Alright, so we're working on this 2005 GMC Yukon XL. It's a 1500 four-wheel drive. It's got the 5.3, and I am going to be installing this DORMAN 800 413 CD, and this is what it looks like. It is a heater hose connector for the heater core, and then it has the rear heat, okay? And so these little guys that come off of here, they're in pretty bad shape. This old heater hose was all busted up. Okay, it was installed like so, and this part was broke off, and the hose from the factory is crimped on there. So this DORMAN outfit here converts it. Now I think there is a DORMAN hose you can get to replace this that clicks on, but they don't have one nearby, so I'm just going to put a hose on it for now. But what I did to get this off, now this thing was stuck on there plenty good, and this is difficult to get to, and it's trashed anyway. So to save you a little trouble, what I did is I just cut the connector here. I just cut it and busted off the ends, and I did the same on this one. Okay, so that these little things here, I don't know what they're thinking of trying to depress these, but it gets full of dirt and stuff, and it's really hard to manipulate this stuff when it's all nasty. So I just cut them and broke them off, and that's done with that. That's where it goes there. It's on the passenger side, and as you can see, it's all apart, and it's just about ready to install. The difference, I don't think there's much of a difference. This has a slight, the factory part has a slight cant to it, not much, okay? I mean, this one here it looks to be exactly 90 degrees, but this one here's got a little tiny little cant to it. So when you look at that rear water line, you'll see that it's got a little bit of a cant to it, and I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit to try to get it lined up properly. Now this type of connector has an O-ring down in there, and I put some silicone on it so that the O-ring doesn't get damaged. It slides on nice and easy and makes a perfect seal the first time. And you'll hear me say it over and over again. If it's got an O-ring, it needs some type of lubricant on there, or you're gonna rip the O-ring, tear it up. It's not gonna work right, and you're not gonna be happy. This thing is pretty far reaching here. Let's see if I can get this little guy lined up. Get it to click on. Alright, so that's it for that one. This one here, it doesn't look far off, but it's going to take quite a bit of fiddling to get it in there. I probably should have put it on first. That's probably what I should have done. Let me take that back off. Okay, so you can see my mistake, all right? I slid that thing on there, went on too easy. But it comes off easily when it's new. These things work well, and it's lubed, so. But you'll see that with that new one on there, it's got a little bit of a cant to it, okay? So what you'll have to do is bend this thing around a little bit and get it so that it lines up properly, because with it having excessive pressure on that O-ring all the time, it will crush that O-ring on one side and start leaking. So I'm going to bend it a little bit, and let's see if we can get it looking pretty good. All right, so kind of messed around with it a little bit. Got it so that it's bent on there pretty good angle. It's kind of hard to see this, but I got it pretty straight. Gonna have to push that whole thing on there at once, and it just kind of clicks on there. But that's it, it's done. That sucker is together. Now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put a hose, just a regular hose on there for now, and probably double clamp it, because it's actually, this hose doesn't have a nipple on the end of it, so it's designed for a push-on O-ring style click-on hose. And so I may have one of those. Let me look and see, because there was a few parts here when I got here. Okay, so what I did is I used this fitting here. It's an 800 403, and that fitting slides right on just like we want it. So that's it. Y'all have a good day.